So here's one of the methods of creating folding planes. Just going to show an example into 3 levels. Make sure you're in top view first, because you're going to draw as though you're building the 3-level folding method planes as though you were building it out of cardboard or thick paper. This method is the closest to the way you would build it possibly in a physical model. So that's why you make sure that you're in top view, and you go maybe to your 4-sided surfaces right here and make a polygonal shape that's slightly irregular, and make sure you have acute and obtuse forms, angles, and you're probably set. So here's one. Let's go to shaded mode. Make sure you're in shaded mode so you can see everything. And then I'm going to make another one right next to it. I'm pretending that this is flat on the ground or on your table. Okay, so it's going to go to make another one here, maybe like so. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and make another one for sides. 1, 2, 3, and so this gonna exaggerate this guy like so. Okay, don't worry, I'm just teaching you a method. I'm not teaching you design. Talk to your 101 instructor about this. So the next thing is that when you want to fold this stuff, what you really want, as it folds up, you want to make parallel lines that are right parallel to where they meet right here. So go to your line work, click right click to make a segment line from there to there, and then go ahead and offset that segment line. I don't know, let's say maybe 12 inches here. Okay. Let's move it a little bit. Maybe it could be 20, somewhere around 24 inches. Okay. Let's make sure that this line touches that, because we're going to split this entire plane into 2 pieces. So this doesn't touch. I'm going to go ahead and extend. Okay, now it touches. Now go ahead and enter in the command line word split and select the object you want to split. Press enter. Select the object that you want it to split along. There we go. Now when you delete this guy, you've got 2 pieces. Okay, piece 1, piece 2, piece 3. What we're going to do is, this is flat on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and lay this up and rotate it up and rotate it up. Let's go ahead and make some more. Since we need 3 levels, there's going to be 1 level, 2nd level, 3rd level. Each level is going to be connected by a vertical or a slanted wall. That's going to be a wall, and I need to make another wall over somewhere in this area. So let's go ahead and copy a line again, make a line from there to there. Go ahead and offset that line another, actually we said 24 inches, right? So let's go 24. Or at least we're trying to do that. As long as these 2 lines are parallel, as long as the creases where you will bend your thick paper, so to speak, or your cardboard, so to speak, these have to be parallel. Parallel, parallel. Okay. Extend to this edge, this line. Very good. Then go ahead and split in the command line. Split this guy along this line. Press enter, erase. Now you got these pieces right there. Perfect. So this is laying flat on the ground. You go to perspective, go to shaded mode. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and grab everything except the first piece, and I'm going to rotate that up. Okay, very critical here. So you're going to type rotate 3D. Not 2D, 3D. Okay, then you got to select the hinge along where you want it to rotate. You want it to rotate along that hinge. Okay, you can press F8 to go orthogonal because it's flat, and then give it an angle. Press F8 again to get rid of the orthogonal, and rotate it so that it is not 90 degrees up. No 90 degrees, remember? So rotate up like, let's try this. We did our first rotation. Now I'm going to take this guy along with these two and make them flat as though they are the second level. Select the objects, press enter, the hinge from anywhere along that guy, and then press F8 so that it's perfectly horizontal. So we want that to be horizontal to the horizon because it's a floor, okay? Now let's do that one more time for these two. Rotate 3D, select the two objects, press enter, choose the hinge, and rotate up. And I'm going to rotate it towards the rest of the folds. Make sure it's not 90 degrees. Something like this. And let's go ahead and rotate again. Now we need to make this guy flat, parallel to this and to that. Okay, let's zoom right there and rotate 3D. That's the hinge. And we're going to bring him from anywhere here flat. Okay, I just pressed F8 so it goes to 90 degrees, and there we go. Now, the only thing maybe I'm not happy with this, that's a design issue, but you can always select an object, go to solid, because it's a solid object, and go to solid, edit points, turn on points. You can always pull these guys in one direction or another. Make sure that you're only pulling them though, make sure you pull them with the, not from the point, but from these arrows. But since this is a horizontal plane, make sure you pull with the red and green arrows only. If you pull it up, it's going to warp. Okay? We don't want warped surfaces. We can't do warped surfaces. Don't do that. So let's Control Z here. So use the green axis maybe. And you can pull that back, maybe to get more coverage. All right, just teaching you a technique here. You can always just trying to bring back and create some coverage on top of my existing folds that I made. That's why I'm trying to use that. Okay, the points. Okay, now it turns on itself and there's a little bit of coverage. So that's one technique. Let's zoom on this guy and make sure that when you're done to go ahead and join the entire thing. And that's just one quick method. If you really want to see more of what you're doing, you don't like these isocurves, just select everything, go here and get rid of the isocurves. There you go.